I have an app in my mobile or not. To a certain extent, I had Tiny Owl, but since I already used Swiggy once, so my preference to order food was more biased towards Swiggy the second time. Why? Because I've already have had the user experience. So based on these paradigms, the ultimate winner that came out was Swiggy. Let's sum up what we did here in the last few minutes. So the lean marketing factors used were, it's essentially about being agile. It is a cycle. Repeat till you find an efficient marketing strategy for the brand. As I mentioned, Dine Out had 2 full days. They could have probably changed the strategy on the second day and still measured those results. It could have been a failure, but the next time that they put a stall, they could have better results. They could have better data to show that yes, this strategy worked and this didn't. Focus on building experience with end consumers. Tiny Owl was very good with that. They enabled people to come and interact with the brand in a way. It's not just about metrics. We had metrics, we had KPIs, but those KPIs did enable us to reach to a judgment. But it's not always just about data. There's a lot of non-tangible factors also involved in it. It can be applied to various channels. That could be, lean product marketing is an approach. It can be applied to SEO. It can be applied to social media channels, or it could be applied to email marketing. So I would just conclude with 2 things. Using this lean product marketing approach that we just observed here, I was able to factor out that product X performed in the market because of reason A and reason B. End of game. Point number 2, I really hope that most of you are techies here. So I really hope that this approach is integrated by you not only while marketing your products but also while building your products, so that at the end of the day your return on investment is very, very high. That's it. Thank you. Any questions and answers, I would be happy to answer.
So your analysis was based on the cost and ROI what they recovered. So in that way, Swiggy was a winner. But if you look at the whole case study, Tiny Owl and other people had many people walking into their stalls, right?
Yes.
Than Swiggy.
Yes. So that did lead to more customer acquisition, as I mentioned. It led to giving or distributing more coffee.
No, see, Swiggy recovered the cost. Okay.
Yes.
Dine Out and Tiny Owl were okay. They freely distributed bucks. They were not bothered about the minimum orders.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes.
So how do you translate the winner was Swiggy? It was only on your experience, okay, you...
Yeah, because the reason being because what they did not do, I did. I ran around and asked people, what did you do with your Dine Out app? See, they had a stall put up in a huge SEZ. The strength of that SEZ was close to 5,000 employees.
Okay, was it the position of the stalls the same or is it different?
Same, it's same for all.
Same.
So they have dedicated positions in which a business can come in and put up the stall. So I did run around and they did gain a lot of customers through word of mouth as well, especially on the second day. So I did run around and ask my friends, what did you do with it? Most of them were like, what is Dine Out? I didn't order anything. Tiny Owl, most of them I remembered because of the dark game, nothing else. But what is the purpose of Tiny Owl? To order food and to earn money out of that food ordering. That did not happen. So that is why Swiggy turned out to be a winner, because even though they acquired less number of consumers, but they ensured that orders came in. And they ensured that a user would prefer to order from Swiggy a second time because they've already used the app. So it's a first mover advantage, I would say, in context of this marketing campaign. I hope I'm able to answer your question.
See, basically Swiggy concentrated more on the user experience and giving the first-hand pick where Dine Out and Tiny Owl failed.
But essentially they also took a risk. They knew other brands out there are offering everything for free. They were charging consumers. They were ensuring consumers to pay first and then take a coffee mug. So they did take a risk over there, but that risk paid off.
They get the serious customers basically.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that is what a business is all about. Any other questions?
So, if I understand correctly, so lean product marketing is basically to identify what are the metrics you want to track and then end up having return on investment.
Well,
I understood the case study.
Yes.
But what is lean product marketing is what something
So as techies, we are all familiar with MVP, we are all familiar with Agile, and we also have internal metrics to track the build of applications. You just need to use the same concepts and apply it to marketing. So you need to be adaptive. Agile is being what? You're being adaptive, right? So as I mentioned an example for Dine Out, on the second day they could have modified the strategy a bit. Or maybe not on the second day, they could have gone back, done this analysis, and probably done a different strategy in another marketing campaign. So that is what is being agile is all about in this lean product marketing. The other part is how do you do the analysis? Most of the factors that we covered had metrics involved in it. But those metrics led to KPIs, key performance indicators. Now through this key performance indicators, I was able to point out that this thing worked, this thing didn't. Check this out. No? So that is what lean product marketing is all about. You have to be agile in a way, and you have to constantly keep monitoring. And how will the monitoring happen? On the basis of data. So it's obviously imperative to ensure that you enable your businesses to collect more data, but it will always not be helpful. But if you have some data and if you can do some analysis out of it, it might lead you to the right solution and to the right approach in the future. So that is what lean product marketing is all about.
It has nothing to do with lowering your costs for your company.
In a way, it did lower costs, right, for Swiggy. So they spent half the money as compared to the other two brands. They did take a risk, definitely. So, but then they did lower their costs as well, and they ensured that they got user retention, which is important for them. And I think that is why they survived and received the CDC fund.
Last question, sir.
Yeah.
So that strategies also depend on the outcome you're expecting of all of the campaign. You compare the campaigns to the execution of it. What was the intention behind it? Swiggy's intention might be to recover the costs. Dine Out's intention must be to acquire more customers. So
The end goal of all three brands was to gain more orders through their apps. Gain more food delivery orders through their apps. But if we compare it through the data that we had, it was only Swiggy that achieved it. To a certain extent, Tiny Owl, but the clear-cut winner was Swiggy. So, in a sense, their core intention was the same, right? They are there to do the publicity of what their product. Their product is food delivery. So, but they did not fulfill that core focus. Yeah.
Swiggy, we need to pay $50 and get the information on Swiggy. But whereas for the Dine Out and the Dining Out, it's getting a free. Being a customer, I will go for free customer services rather than paying and getting service.
Okay. Yeah. So
what's the difference within the Swiggy and within
the difference is, see, that could vary now. There could be consumers like you said, like you go in for the free experience, and probably you end up having a one-time order. It might lead to more orders from your side as a user. But when you're talking about a 2-day or 1-day marketing campaign, it is also important that you consider the costs that you're incurring in order to attract those consumers. So I can go out and say, I've done this, I've done that, I've achieved this, I've achieved that. Please give me a job. So I can attract more number of companies out there. But what is the end goal? I hope you're getting my point. So your point is to get free user experience. But from a company's point of view, it is.
They're paying, why can't they go for the free services?
It is not exactly free, right? It's free just for the first time. So they're probably giving you 100 rupees cash back, but that is just for the first time. You might go ahead and continue with it. You might pay a full amount for the second order. But in terms of we're just considering the marketing strategy here. So we're talking about the costs incurred and how we can apply lean marketing to these business strategies in order to ensure that yes, we get customers like you as well who might go for a free experience. But on the other hand, we don't end up burning money like anything. We have some cash reserves in our account. So you need to have a balance on that.
Basically more on a management side. It's not a strategy particularly as per se, but more about how you manage the analytics and your strategies, right?
Yeah, you could say that, definitely. So lean marketing is what it is all about. You could have 100 ideas out there. So we have like 50 employees sitting here, right? You could get 50 new ideas to how to go out and sell Sai Villa. And all 50 might be good. I'm not saying that. But the thing is, how would I apply lean product marketing to that? I would say that we'll try a few ideas first. We'll shortlist a few ideas. We'll try them.